All right, what's popular YouTube? Another day, another demo. And it's rewind time. We're going to look now at arT versus G2. Recording this directly after Nico versus G2. And we're going to see what arT looks like on the T side of Nuke. We're going all the way back to 2019, way back when, way back before all this terrible stuff happened this year. A nicer time, the 13th of December 2019, right before everything went awry. Okay, we're going to take a look and see what's going on here. When the last time they played arT, what was his game plan here? We're going to look at the T side, which was the first half. We had 90 ADR. And, 90 ADR. And here's the deal with arT. He dies a lot. Man, his stats have come up a lot. He used to have a bad death per rating statistic, and now it's positive, partly because they're playing online versus North American bum-ass teams. But look at this climb. Whew, what a year. Oh, my God. They didn't see how he jumped up so hard. And they were still winning at this point, honestly. But, man, that's a glow-up. So, listen. This is the year leading in. This is leading into the year, and then he came back up. We'll see what happens now that he's in Europe. This is preparation for the match that happened yesterday. You guys were watching the post-game, prediction talk and stuff like that. I want to know what arT's role here is on the T side, and then I want to use this. It's rewind time to look at what the game plan was then versus now, because I'm sure some stuff has changed. But I think that's what's going to be very, very interesting here. So I know you guys really enjoyed the last kind of throwback demo, which was the Glaive demo to 2017. And while this is only a year, we're seeing a Furia that a lot of people would say are very different this year than they were last year. Have improved a lot. But to us, it looks like pure chaos. And probably to the teams that they play too. But there's a good kill. Opening frag. 3-man setup with the pistols outside. Not something you see every day. Wait a second. They're playing with Gary. Oh my goodness. What on earth? What happened there? Where is Caserado, Vinny, Yuri? Where's Henny? What happened there? I don't remember that. Oh no. Comments are going to kill me. You guys remember though, right? Please tell me. I forgot. Why are they playing with Guri? Well, no matter. The reason why you can learn a lot about the T side of Furia by watching arT is because what's funny is actually Gary and him are the masterminds. They're the ones who make everything work, right? All these other players would be great players on different teams. I am convinced. I'm sure of it. All of them. They're amazing talents. But the stuff that arT will try to pull off on rounds like this is what is completely unique to the team and is what allows them to have such a hard T side to play against. So I'm sure that we're just going to be paying attention. Everyone's just going to be watching arT demos, right? Horrible position for arT to be in, to think that he's got to outlurk people who he hasn't played yet from a different region who have never been more hyped up to be the team to beat Furia. Everybody wants their head, right? They want to show them that Europeans are built different. But I would have reservations if Furia haven't done so well in North America, overcome the loss streak versus EG, trounced Liquid, won everything in North America this year. I mean, you can say, hey, they haven't played that well compared to Europeans who have had harder competition. But if it's kind of like, if there was any team to be able to do it, EG would have been one of them, to be fair. And a couple of games came close. Breeze bottom fragged. There was definitely maybe a bit of choking, maybe a bit of uncomfortability, maybe a bit of jet lag. But with Furia, kind of same deal. Even higher, more promising. And the other thing is that Furia, a good Furia, they have never played versus a good Furia, a Furia they respected. The hard part is it's like fighting Mike Tyson, right? The quote, famous Mike Tyson quote, everybody's got a plan until they get hit. You can prepare as much as you want, but a lot of these teams will tell you once they actually play Furia, that's when it doesn't matter. And then when they try to play like Furia, because Furia are owning them with aggression, then that's when they lose even harder. As Ninja would say, that's when you've lost twice. And you better believe that arT is going to do a lot of the same stuff that he's done over in NA. They're probably going to have even more stuff. They've got some very innovative stuff on Nuke. There was a really cool smoke that we saw them using that landed on this box that we're seeing right in front of us that allowed Fury to come out of heaven and be able to fight for a retake. It was such a good smoke to use. So they're constantly innovating. They did that boost on Vertigo that no one knew about in the final versus 100 Thieves. They do not change their game plan. They realize that they play a very high-risk style of Counter-Strike where they play in a lot of untradeable positions and they take enormous amounts of risks for map control. But they trust arT to do it. This is arT's playstyle. They don't have a game plan without it. This is how they play. They're not going to change that just because they're facing new opponents. And everybody's got habits. Everyone's got tendencies. If you pay attention enough, you can kind of see what someone's train of thought is as a player and what decisions they'll try to make. So we'll see how much G2 are worried about playing their own game versus debuting Nico versus Furia and worrying about just taking down Furia and saying, Nico, hey, listen, we can't babysit you today, all right? I spent the last 10 hours, Nexa, this is Nexa, guys, I spent the last 10 hours watching Furia demos. I don't have time to babysit you, Nico. Okay? Is that a good impression? I don't know. I'm usually horrible. Okay. Now we're back to the game. Made some progress outside into the ramp. Let's see where they go from here. Oh, that's actually a styling AK by Vinny. Like that kill sticker. The orange. Oof, that's cool. I like that. All right, work downstairs. What do we know? Not a whole lot. Smoke will go down decon. 15 seconds now to plant that bomb before that door can swing open and mess everything up. So they've got to get moving. The lower sight on Nuke is a lot like the A site on Mirage for the reason that there's no safe place to plant the bomb from all choke points. There's no like tucked in safe plant ever anywhere. Someone CT could always be in control or always be in decon or always be flanking you ramp. There's no position where you're totally safe from all the angles. You have to pick kind of 2 or 3. You plant in the corner of the site, Nico plant. You could plant around the actual silo in a few different locations and take risks. But all that's just to say, if you got a bit of utility and it goes down on the lower site, you better believe you're trying your hardest to plant with that utility. Or considered throwing a grenade for that kill. And you can see he kind of like, you can see how much he expected to be fought every step of the way there. Looking for pre-fires, thinking about throwing the grenade. Coming up the vent but not committing. And dying there. So the squeaky burst comes through. And let's see if arT decides to push on through. Molotov's still up outside of on top of the hut. So now he's going to wait to see if someone walks back into his crosshair here from the top of hut. I don't think he's crouched right now because it feels like he's moving quickly. But yeah, you can see over the top of it. And there's the player, Hunter. He holds the wrong side and Hunter wins his duel. Hunter knows that someone's going to be there. arT knows that someone's going to be there. Scary fight to take for both sides. Gary's on the scoreboard. Let's go. I can't remember if this was a flight problem with Henny or Henny was on the roster, right? What was the deal here? What happened? I don't even know. Anyways, smokes outside. How fast will they go and how much will they commit? We've seen Fury go into a number of positions so far. And arT, will he reroute to a different direction? No, he'll just grab some info and continue on outside. Nope, actually he will take a hard left turn. Interesting, great gap in the smoke. Don't know if it was purposeful, but now he's inside of many of his teammates are all going downstairs. Causing a distraction. But who's causing a distraction for who, right? Are they trying to show bomb downstairs so arT can get a kill outside and then they come back upstairs? Or is arT trying to get a kill so that they can go downstairs and he'll commit later? Well, it looks like... I still don't know. Where's the bomb committing? Is it already planted? Yeah. arT just full on lurk there. Nexa had absolutely no idea how on earth arT got into that position. So GT have already got a taste of this, right? They've already got a taste of it. But it's been a long time, and the closest team right now to Furia in Europe are Heroic and Fnatic. I say heroic because they're more in form and even, yeah, they're scarier for different reasons, but they've got a lot of that aggression and gambling and stuff like that. Whereas Fnatic, they're so all over the place. It's hard to say. But there's more parallels even with heroic because they're also a team that they've only gotten really good recently. So they're a team that people are still learning about. That's more a lot like Furia for them coming to Europe. Okay. Same squeaky aggression, but he's looking to just kill this top hut guy, it looks like, first of all. And trying to find a timing where they come out. So was he backing up now? Yep. So looking for the same fight. Let's see how this one goes. Ah, and he does grab Hunter. Trying to fight him from a different location. Very smart by arT. Very crafty, very sneaky. Oh, no trade. Nexa, man. Multi-kills from Nexa on Nuke. I'm talking about that on the cast. All right, again, Squeaky. High percentage of the rounds here out of Squeaky, but finally, the nades with the arT name tags and arT magnets find him. He gets taken care of. We'll move on forward. Quick round so far. AK up again. Nade into Squeaky. His own smoke once again. And no, he was thinking about jumping out. Hunter will kill him. They actually do kill him. And this is G2. Protocol's looking good for G2. A lot of pressure on Squeaky, which is what you need. Double nade sometimes. Sometimes top hut pressure. Spamming from Mini this time around. Surprised that even that Heart even went out for it. arT. Even went out to try to go there, considering the double nade from last time. But I guess that's, you know, when you think the other team thinks you're scared, that's the best time to do it again. That needs to be written down in the CSGO book of golden rules. When you think the other team thinks you're scared, that's the best time to do it again. So easy. Not at all a tongue twister. So easy to remember. Okay. Nothing special. Lurk now in through ramp, teammate crossing outside. I like that one play with the Mac-10 wrapping through upper, and he'll win his duel on a rotating Nexa for only 50 of his health. And now he'll try to catch the trade. They wrapped outside, so he's worried about the hut push, which is kind of smart for arT to come back and look for the pushes. But if they wrap outside and they don't push, oh, this is really smart. I don't know if he'll get a kill here, but... Oh, they've actually committed down. Oh my god, and he's coming out of hut. Okay. He's relying on his teammates to get the kills, but they have no one here, so he'll try to drop, and he wants to walk. He pretty much probably feels like doesn't have a choice, so I'm sure he feels quite uncomfortable having to come downstairs in this spot. But, you know, probably going to see someone in control here. Oh, when he wins the duel. That was Ominek on arT duty. Teammates in the site. Probably one more in control. Probably one at ramp. Doesn't seem concerned about decon whatsoever. I think from K-Serata's info. And they'll grab one frag. Okay, so like it looks like, by the way, arT played it. Yeah, it was the control guy. And Hunter, he had snuck out. Wow, that got close. Big moves. And they could have predicted him to come down vent. I mean, Ominek seemed pretty confident. But they couldn't stop him. And that's the other part of the puzzle, right? If arT was a bot who did arT things, he would die. But he actually has very good aim. He is a star player. Did Gary just swap out skins? Oh, it must be a glue on the floor. arT would have grabbed it. Okay, Yuri gets a kill. arT supporting flash. Cannot afford to take an HE grenade. Here's going to help with some spam damage. Try to catch that pocket where CT sit in sometimes. And one trade comes out heaven. He might want to try to run out now. Some good damage there from arT as well. And everybody does the rest of the work. All right, well. That's one round back. The half gets one step closer. Okay, fast play off a silo. Haven't seen too many of these. And this time looks like he wants to try to grab the mini guy or Kenny S, but he's being very careful to try not to get opt. Stepping over the top of mini, of course, it could be exposing his shadow, but his teammates are now crossing as well. They'll molly the front of Squeaky for him so no one can peek that. That seems like a good way to peek for the top of hut. Kenny has the cutest angle outside by the stairs. arT can't even see him. And I don't think they've even killed him either. Alright, next it goes down and they'll work this default all the way down to the bone. Last 2 rounds. Initial flash goes high just specifically for arT to stop pushing this. You know, I don't think the aggression doesn't look absolutely insane today, which is kind of cool. I mean, it kind of always looks like this when you watch the full POV, right? He's making a lot of progress all the time, but when you watch the POV and you get the full story, it makes more sense. It makes more sense. There are some absolutely ludicrous situations, but that arT gets himself into. But in the full picture of things, he's not being that insane. He's just kind of always moving. That's really the cool part. He's squeezing square pegs into round holes. All right. Well, third in. It's a Nova. All right. Well, that's the end of the half. And Caserado will give it his best shot. That's it. Cool one. Like that. And I've got a bit of context here for arT on Nuke on his T side for the last time they played. Long time ago. But I'm here to try to figure out what's changed since then. How much more is the aggression turned up? How much more is the impact turned up? What are the new plays on T side? How much of the old stuff does he still use? How prepared will Nexa be for these lurks? Will he catch him on that ramp rotate? Are they going to use that same crack smoke outside where he wrapped around the outside of mini in through hell? Love this, honestly. Furia, such a great team to have in CSGO. Really making things interesting. G2 with Nico. All the dream roster changes. They keep coming. Oh man, I'm excited. I love this. All the teams are just getting better and more interesting every day. It's keeping the game really, really interesting and fun to watch. With Vitality with their rotating lineup. Astralis back to playing with Zipix. How well will he play? Probably got to do Zipix demo the day after tomorrow. Oh, there's so many storylines, man. Such good stuff. Love this. Might watch a couple more demos before I start casting. I want to be fully prepared for this game. I'm so stoked to cast this one. So, all right, man. Cheers, everybody. I will see you back here for another demo.